Did you know chronic inflammation affects over 70% of people aged 65? Imagine your grandma, once full of energy, waking up each morning unable to bend her knees without pain. That was Mary's reality until she swapped processed snacks for fresh veggies and spices. Today, I'll share natural foods you can eat now to ease discomfort and regain freedom of movement. Next, we'll explore why inflammation is so dangerous. 1. The hidden dangers of chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation may start subtly, but its effects can snowball quickly. In the short term, you might notice stiff joints, aching muscles, and fatigue that make even simple tasks like climbing a few stairs or carrying groceries feel overwhelming. You may find yourself tossing and turning at night, unable to sleep deeply because pain or discomfort flares up when you lie still. As weeks pass, those nagging symptoms can weaken your immune system. What was once a mild cold may linger for days, and small cuts or bruises could take noticeably longer to heal. You might catch more infections or feel run down most afternoons, even if you're resting. Left unaddressed over months and years, systemic inflammation becomes a gateway to serious health issues. It can damage blood vessels, raising your risk of heart disease and stroke. It can also impair insulin sensitivity, increasing the chances of developing type 2 diabetes. Studies even link prolonged inflammation to memory problems and cognitive decline as you age. Understanding these risks shows why taking action now matters. It's not just about easing today's aches, it's about protecting your long-term health. The good news? You can reverse many of these dangers, starting with simple, natural changes to your diet.
2. Core anti-inflammatory diet plan. Now that we understand how inflammation undermines our health, it's time to focus on what we can do today to turn things around. A natural anti-inflammatory diet is not about strict deprivation or complicated meal plans. It's about choosing foods that actively calm the body's inflammatory processes. By following a three-tiered approach, foundation, optimization, and enhancement, you'll build a sustainable eating pattern that directly targets the risks we discussed in Section 2. A. Foundation. Whole, unprocessed foods. At the base of any anti-inflammatory diet are whole, unprocessed foods. Bright fruits, vibrant vegetables, whole grains, beans, and legumes. These foods are packed with antioxidants and phytonutrients, which act like tiny repair crews in your body, neutralizing the unstable molecules that drive inflammation. For example, leafy greens such as spinach and kale provide vitamin K, which studies show can lower levels of inflammatory proteins in the blood. Colorful berries like strawberries and blueberries contain anthocyanins, plant compounds linked to reduced joint pain in seniors. To start, aim for at least 5 servings of vegetables and 2 servings of fruit each day. Wash everything thoroughly, introduce 1 new vegetable each week, and pay attention to how your joints and energy levels respond.
B. Optimization. Healthy fats. Once you've established a foundation of plant-packed meals, the next step is to replace refined fats and oils with anti-inflammatory healthy fats. Extra virgin olive oil, for instance, contains oleocanthal, a compound with properties similar to ibuprofen in its ability to reduce inflammation. Incorporate 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil into your daily cooking. Drizzle it over salads or use it to gently sauté vegetables. Fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, or mackerel, are excellent sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which research connects to lower levels of C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation. If you're not a seafood fan, consider a high-quality fish oil supplement, but always check for purity and heavy metal testing. Remember the principle of apply sparingly, monitor, adjust.
Start with 1 serving of fatty fish per week and gradually work up to 3, noting any changes in joint stiffness or overall comfort. C. Enhancement: spices and herbs. Finally, small additions of certain spices and herbs can provide a targeted boost to your anti-inflammatory efforts. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, is one of the most researched natural anti-inflammatories. Studies show it can significantly reduce joint pain and swelling. To incorporate turmeric safely, begin with half a teaspoon in soups, stews, or warm teas, then work up to 1 to 2 teaspoons daily. Pair it with a pinch of black pepper. Its piperine enhances curcumin absorption. Ginger is another powerful ally. Fresh ginger root grated into smoothies or herbal teas helps soothe digestive inflammation and muscle soreness. Garlic contains allicin, which may lower inflammatory markers when eaten regularly. Add a clove or 2 to sauces and marinades. As always, introduce 1 new spice at a time to ensure you tolerate it well. Each element in this 3-tiered plan directly addresses the inflammation pathways described earlier. Whole foods flood your body with antioxidants to combat free radicals. Healthy fats modulate inflammatory proteins systemically, and spices provide focused anti-inflammatory compounds where you need them most. By applying these steps in order, foundation to enhancement, you create a synergistic effect that outperforms any single dietary change on its own. In the next section, we'll explore alternative options and substitutions for those with dietary restrictions or personal preferences, ensuring that everyone can tailor this plan to their unique needs.
3. Alternatives and substitutions. If you find some of the core foods or spices challenging to include, whether due to taste preferences, allergies, or availability, don't worry. There are plenty of equally powerful alternatives and additional support options that can help you stay on track with your anti-inflammatory goals. A. Equivalent alternatives. Avocado oil for olive oil. If the peppery flavor of extra virgin olive oil isn't to your liking, avocado oil offers a similar profile of heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and a high smoke point for cooking. Use up to 1 to 2 tablespoons per meal just as you would olive oil. Chia or hemp seeds for flaxseed. For seniors who dislike the earthy taste or texture of ground flaxseed, chia and hemp seeds deliver comparable omega-3 benefits. Stir 1 to 2 tablespoons into yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. Canned wild salmon for fresh fish. When fresh fatty fish isn't available or affordable, canned wild salmon, in water, no salt added, still provides substantial omega-3s and protein. Aim for one 4 to 6 ounce can once or twice weekly. Bell peppers for turmeric. If turmeric's bright color and flavor feel too intense, sweet red bell peppers supply antioxidants like vitamin C and quercetin with gentle anti-inflammatory effects. Include 1 medium pepper in salads or stir-fries each day. B. Additional support. Partial enhancements. Green tea. Drinking 2 to 3 cups of green tea daily can boost your antioxidant intake with compounds called catechins, which help modulate inflammation. Probiotic yogurt or kefir. A serving of probiotic-rich dairy supports gut health, indirectly reducing systemic inflammation. Look for labels that list live cultures and contain minimal added sugars. Beetroot juice. A small 4-ounce glass of beetroot several times per week provides nitrates and betalains, plant compounds shown to lower blood pressure and inflammatory markers. Dark chocolate, 70% plus cocoa. Enjoy an ounce piece of dark chocolate as an occasional treat. Its flavonoids offer mild anti-inflammatory benefits without derailing your diet. Each of these options allows you to personalize your plan based on taste, budget, and dietary needs, while still targeting the same inflammatory pathways. By choosing the best substitutes and enhancements for you, you maintain momentum without sacrificing results. Next, let's discuss important contraindications and safety warnings to ensure you practice your anti-inflammatory diet with confidence. 4. Precautions and safety warnings. Before you dive headfirst into every delicious anti-inflammatory food and spice, it's important to know when to pause or check with a healthcare professional. While most of these natural ingredients are gentle, certain health conditions and medications can interact in unexpected ways. First, let's talk about health conditions requiring caution. If you're taking blood thinners such as warfarin or have a bleeding disorder, high doses of turmeric or garlic supplements can increase bleeding risk. Seniors with kidney disease should also be mindful of potassium-rich foods like spinach and beetroot. Too much potassium can be dangerous when your kidneys can't filter it efficiently. And if you've ever been diagnosed with gallstones or bile duct issues, fatty meals rich in olive oil and avocado oil could trigger discomfort. In all these cases, check with your doctor before making big dietary changes. Next, watch for warning signs that mean it's time to stop or dial back and seek help. If you notice new digestive pain, persistent heartburn, skin rashes, or unexplained bruising after adding a spice or supplement, those are red flags. Allergic reactions, even mild ones like itching or hives, should prompt you to discontinue the ingredient immediately. And if you experience any unusual bleeding, such as bleeding gums, nosebleeds, or heavier menstrual flow, that's a sign to consult a professional right away. When it comes to safe dose and frequency, moderation is key. For turmeric, stick to no more than 1 to 2 grams, about a teaspoon of the powder per day, or up to 500 milligrams of a standardized curcumin supplement unless otherwise advised. With fish oil or omega-3 supplements, do not exceed 3 grams per day of combined EPA and DHA without medical approval. And for herbs like ginger or garlic, 1 fresh clove or a half-inch slice of fresh ginger daily is usually sufficient. These guidelines help you reap benefits without overloading your system. And finally, always prioritize quality control. Choose organically grown produce when possible to avoid pesticide residues. Look for products that carry third-party testing seals such as USP, NSF, or Consumer Lab to ensure purity and accurate labeling. Read product reviews and check for heavy metal testing, especially when selecting fish oil or turmeric extracts. By keeping these precautions in mind, you can enjoy the healing power of natural foods with confidence. Now, let's look at how to monitor your progress and recognize the real signs of improvement in your journey. 5. Tracking your progress. Now that you've adjusted your diet and know what to watch out for, it's essential to track how you're feeling and measure real progress. Monitoring both subjective experiences and objective markers will help you stay motivated. Know when to fine-tune your approach and recognize when it's time to keep going or seek extra help. Subjective indicators. Pay attention to how your body feels throughout the day. In the first week, notice any reduction in morning stiffness. Are you bending your knees or gripping a jar more easily than before? Track your overall energy levels. Do you feel more alert after lunch rather than crashing into an afternoon slump? Record changes in mood, such as feeling calmer or less irritable when stress hits. Since these sensations can be subtle, keep a simple daily log. Jot down the date, the meals you ate, and a brief note about your pain level or comfort on a scale of 1 to 10. Objective indicators. Alongside personal impressions, simple measurements offer concrete evidence of improvement. Time how long it takes you to walk 10 minutes without stopping. If that time decreases or you feel less breathless, it's a good sign your inflammation is receding. Note how many servings of anti-inflammatory foods you eat each day. Aim for consistency rather than perfection. If you're tracking pain scores, compare your morning score to your evening score over several days. Steady downward trends indicate real change. Time frames for progress. Early, 1 to 2 weeks. Look for immediate wins, like slightly less stiffness when you first get up, or fewer digestive upsets after meals. Medium, 4 to 6 weeks. By this point, you may experience more substantial shifts, improved walk-in endurance, fewer flare-up days, and more restful sleep. Use your log to classify results. If your pain score drops by 2 or more points, maintain your current plan. If it plateaus, consider adding another spice or increasing healthy fats. If new symptoms arise, revert to the safety guidelines in Section 5 and consult a professional. Finally, make diary keeping a habit. Each evening, spend a minute recording the date, what you ate, your pain or comfort rating, and any notable observations. Slept through the night. Felt less joint pain after lunch. Over time, this record becomes a powerful tool. It not only reveals clear trends, but also motivates you on days when progress feels slow, reminding you that small, consistent steps deliver big health returns. Before the conclusion, I want everyone to comment below your symptoms or the type of disease you are concerned about. I will reply to the comments or reply in the next video so everyone knows how to handle it. I will help you have good health to be happy with the people you love. Don't forget to like and share with your friends to know more about this important knowledge. 6. Conclusion and key takeaway. Now, to wrap up, inflammation fuels pain and fatigue by disrupting your body's natural balance. But the foods you choose each day can turn that around. By building a foundation of whole fruits, vegetables, and legumes, optimizing with healthy fats like olive oil and fatty fish, and enhancing meals with spices such as turmeric and ginger, you directly counteract the inflammatory processes at work. Monitoring both how you feel and simple objective measures like your pain score or walking endurance lets you fine-tune your plan and stay motivated. If you tailor these strategies with suitable alternatives and heed the safety guidelines we covered, you'll maintain steady progress without unnecessary risk. Embrace these changes now, and you'll support long-term mobility, stronger immunity, and a more vibrant life. Mantra: colorful plates, pain-free days.